Hi everyone, this week we are back with another interview with a client. This week I was speaking with James, so I wanted to give him a thank you for sitting down and chatting with me this week. You can find my social media accounts below this video in the comment section. And now on with the interview. Hey everyone, I'm here with James this week, and we've been working together for about 4 years now with him and his wife Angela. Unfortunately, Angela isn't here for this, so we'll have to do another segment with her later. But why don't we start with you telling us a little bit about yourself, James?
Well, I work at a full-time job. I'm married. I have no kids, but and we just got a house just over a year ago.
Alrighty. So, why did you decide to work with a financial advisor in the first place?
The reason would be because I came from a family that didn't really save a lot of money, it felt like. And I got to a point in my life that I was actually just kind of like keeping it all together. Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, what I mean is just saving it, but not putting it anywhere.
Yeah.
And so my personal account was just growing and it didn't go anywhere. Like, it just sat there. And it was like, well, there's got to be something that I could do with it to make more money. And of course, you hear people talking about that, but I didn't know where to go, and I thought seeking aid would help me figure out what to do with it to achieve any future goals like retirement, home owning, that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. And it was funny because we initially met through our wives. They were coworkers.
Yes.
And we actually became better friends than they are, I think. So
that's true.
We won on that one.
That's true, yeah.
Okay, so next question. You and your wife both have life insurance. What is the value that you see in insurance?
The value I see in actually not just life insurance, but probably all insurance is it's funny. You feel like you're paying all towards something that you usually never get back. Mm-hmm. But when bad things happen, which you can't account for, which just happened recently with us, it helps you be prepared for when those bad things happen. And so that's the reason why I think it's a benefit for life insurance. For as bad as things are, it's like a fail-safe waiting if something bad happens.
Yeah, the safety net.
Yeah.
Okay. What are you currently saving for right now? Any goals, vacations?
Always constantly putting away for vacations. We definitely have that as a big goal, is to travel. That's definitely a big goal of ours.
I find I talk with a lot of people about retirement planning and saving for the long term, but it's important to save for the fun stuff
absolutely.
too, right? So.
Absolutely. Like I always say this joke, retirement's always been number one in my mind right from the beginning. Like, I even tell people this, and this is a true story. When I was in high school, people asked me, what do you want to be when you grow up? You know, classic cliche question. Yeah. And my response was, retire. So
just want to play all day.
Yeah. But yeah, like, absolutely, like, retirement's definitely a long goal, but trips and of course paying off this new house that we just got. So those are probably the life goals that I have for my savings.
Awesome. Do you currently do anything to improve your financial literacy? Read books or blogs or listen to podcasts at all?
I will be honest, I don't. I kind of go in and talk with you and get all my info with our meetings that we have.
Yeah, and just kind of absorb as much as you can.
And I absorb and I ask tons of, like, I try to ask as many questions that come up in my head as well. So I'll be honest, that's where I get all my information, is when we sit down and meet like this.
Yeah. Okay. And then last question, what is the best piece of financial advice that you would give to the listeners, whether that's from me or someone else that you picked up along the way?
Oh, man. Best piece of advice other than save. Let me see. Oh, my goodness. Mental block. I'd probably just say, like, I think the most important thing is that everyone always forgets. Like, they always look at it and go, you know, I want to have money, like, right away. Mm-hmm. But you got to remember, it is a lot of hard work. And man, I'm having a tough one with this. It's a lot of hard work. That's what I always got to remind myself. Like, I put in a lot of extra hours at my job, and I probably don't have to, but
it's something that we don't see as well. Like, I'm talking on a friendship level, right? Like,
yeah.
I don't see you, so I don't know that you're working, so I don't know that you're earning this extra money to afford these things that you're buying.
Yeah.
And a lot of friends don't see that either when they look at their other friends, and that classic keeping up with the Joneses mentality. Like, we don't see what's going on, whether people are working extra hours or putting everything on credit cards.
Yeah.
We don't really see how other people are using their money, right?
Like, I don't think it's really like a term of advice, but there was something that I instilled in myself, because this is probably the best thing I could probably put it as advice. Coming from, like I said, a family that didn't really save money, and I got a credit card when I was like 19 years old, and wasn't really taught what it was for really and how to use it responsibly. And so I racked it up huge when my wife and I first met and when we started dating, and it was probably almost $10,000 worth of debt in there. And through the course of the time, I don't have any credit card debt now, and there was a lot of hard work to pay that all off. And really, I think the best thing to know is that anything credit or anything like that, you have to remember that, sure, it feels like it's money, but it's not.
Yeah.
Like, once again, that's kind of like that insurance thing, going back on that, is like, that's a safety net for when things happen that you just can't plan for.
Yeah, yeah.
And so, cash debit, like, that's the most important thing, and that should be your go-to for anything. Like, it's a huge benefit now with having Visa debit cards for like online shopping and stuff like that, because that's where I racked it up. Was online shopping was just starting to grow.
Yeah.
And that was your only way of making purchases with online shopping, was through credit. But of course, you're not seeing the cash.
Yeah, so you don't feel like you're spending money until you see the bill at the end of the month.
Yeah, so for me, it's just
know where your money's going.
It's good. Know where your money's going. Exactly. Right? Like, and try and just pay with actual money.
Yeah.
Not with credit money, because credit money is not real money.
It's not your money yet.
That's right. Yeah. So that's probably what I would say.
Alrighty. Thank you very much for doing this interview with me today.
Thank you.